Hey guys, it's me, and today we're here with a different kind of video. It's still a makeup video, yes, but it's a different one this time around because today I am going to be recreating a makeup look that I did nearly 6 years ago. So the look in question is my attempt at recreating or creating a look inspired by the makeup that Simone Simons wore in Camelot's music video for The Haunting Somewhere in Time. More specifically, the red look, because I think she wore, two different looks in that video. There was like a purpley blue toned look that she wore, and then there's the red look. And the look that I created all those years ago was the red look. So I'm going to be recreating that look today, but I thought that it would be fun to react to the original video though. So I posted this video on October 3rd. It was for Vlogoween that year. I tried to do Vlogoween and Vlogmas all those years ago on my channel and could never stick with them because I suck at pre-recording. Nowadays, I'm a little bit better with pre-recording, but even still, I wind up hating how a lot of my content turns out, so they never see the light of day. That's why I pre-record a bunch of videos at once, so just in case several of them go bad, I at least have one video that I should like. I'm excited for recreating this look. I'm not excited about watching this, because one, this video is only but 6.5 minutes long. So I really don't know what type of tutorial it is, because I don't remember how I did my tutorials way back then. 2, the thumbnail is absolutely horrible. 3, I already know the makeup is absolutely horrible because I shared it on Instagram several days ago. I think it was about a week ago, I think. By the time this video goes up, you guys should have already seen it by now. My makeup skills back then were nowhere near as good as they are now. I've grown a lot as a makeup-y person since then, because back then I think I had just been digging around with like a single eyeshadow prior to like getting the bulk of the makeup that I had at that point in time. But even still, I didn't have that much makeup, and since I didn't have that much experience with like products and brushes. Also, I don't know how I'm going to edit this portion, because when I had to scroll through all my uploads and everything, because I've uploaded a lot of videos over the years, kids. It said that there is like a copyright claim on this video, so I don't know how much of this tutorial I'm going to be able to show you guys, because I don't know where the copywritten audio is at. Enough of me babbling, let's get this intro done and over with. So we're going to start things off with reacting to the original tutorial. We're going to react to the original tutorial and then get into me recreating this look and making it actually look good. But before we do that, if you are new here to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe, and also while you're down there, give this video a thumbs up because that'll help me out a lot. All my links are down in the description box below if you want to follow me across all my different social media links. And yeah, let's do this. Oh god, I forgot this terrible intro. Oh, I wasn't using the spider web yet. But still, horrible intro. My hair looked pretty cool back then though. Ooh. Oh god. I forgot that I did a lip sync at the beginning of this video. My dog is just... I looked so weird back then. I was just so young. So... this is Simone Simons inspired makeup. This is... I'm so quiet. The looks that she wore in Camelot's music video for The Haunting Somewhere in Time, which, by the way, was the very first song by Camelot that I ever heard several years ago, and it still has a very special place in my heart. It's an amazing song, absolutely. Which it is. It's still a great song. I really love that song. Any duet with Roy and Simone are just absolutely amazing. Their voices blend so perfectly together. God, my hair looks so weird though, because I only had but the one side cut at the time, and I hadn't gotten it touched up yet, because I think at this point in time, blend so perfectly. No wait, I had gotten my side cuts touched up at this point. But let's just say I would touch up my side cuts Well, that at the time, the ones I cut, like every maybe
she ain't kidding.
2 to 3 months, whereas now I do it about like once a month.
Type vocals and everything, and it was just absolutely fucking beautiful. Like, I started tearing up and crying because it was just like her voice sounded absolutely amazing, and it was just like, yes, mama, yes.
Oh, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is that? Oh my god!
So, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. All the products used in this
video. That was a long ass intro. Why did I always put in these long breaks?
NYX Cosmetics Primer Colors eyeshadow in
What did I use for this voiceover? Oh my god, this quality is horrifying. Okay, I'm gonna have to mute out the audio now, so yeah, because I'm pretty sure that this is the track that is like copywritten for this video. God, why is this going so slow? God, and also I'm playing it so badly.
Cheap black eyeliner pencil by NYC. And I'm just going to map.
Yeah, that is a cheap black eyeliner pencil from NYC. That was a horrible pencil. But that was actually a pretty interesting technique that I used, using the eyeliner to like map out the wing and everything. Because I think at that point in time I had seen a video that Made You Look by Lex had done, in which she had said to not use tape around the eyes because it tugs out the skin and everything. It's not good for the skin. So I was like, I'm just gonna mark out the wing myself, but yeah. And now I'm just going in with straight black with just, good lord. And that red eyeshadow, well, I say eyeshadow, pigment, actually looks a lot brighter here. Actually, what did I export this video in? I think I exported this in 720. Yeah, I exported this in 720. I export my videos now in 1080 because back then on the old family hard drive, it would take about, for this video alone, I think it probably would have taken it about, maybe 4 hours to export this video. And that's just in 720p. So. Okay. God, that blend is so bad. And I'm doing my makeup so... Why did I not speed things up? And I hate that I would like close my eyes to show my eye makeup, whereas now I just keep my eyes open because it's just more realistic to see it that way. But then again, like, I didn't know how to do my eye makeup because of the fact that my eyes are so hooded and everything. I would just focus all the makeup on the lid and that's it. I wouldn't take it much higher. And that was a nice mascara too, that Revlon mascara. It was a nice mascara, but they're not cruelty free, so that's why I don't use it.
Say hi to me.
Oh.
You were so lucky I don't have foundation on right now.
I'm gonna cry! Oh my god. I'm not crying because of how bad the makeup was. I'm crying because of Lucky. I already changed up the angles because it's now time to do the makeup portion of this video, so what you guys came here for. So I didn't use that many products in that original look. All I had on my face for like face makeup was just probably, I didn't use primer back then, I don't think. yeah, I wasn't using a primer back then, so I didn't prime my face back then, which I don't use primer anymore, but I still like moisturize my skin beforehand, which I didn't do that back then, which I'm actually going to go ahead and do right now. And the reason why I haven't been using primer is because I found out that as long as I keep my skin hydrated, I can get away without using a primer. For foundation, I didn't mention the foundation that I was using, but I mean, it's no big deal because for one, that foundation has been discontinued, and two, it wasn't cruelty free. And same thing goes for the powder I was using back then as well. So like for foundation, I was using the original Fit Me liquid foundation by Maybelline, which had like a dewy finish to it. To set it, I think I used the Maybelline Dream Matte powder, which that has been discontinued as well. I don't set my foundation anymore because of the fact that I am so dry. And then I used a red eyeshadow, a black eyeshadow. I think I said that I used like a cream shade as well to blend out like the edges up top, I think. Because I would do that a lot back when I had the Urban Decay Smoked palette. But yeah, I used Blackout out of that palette. And then I used the NYX Primacolor in Hot Red. And then, like I mentioned earlier, during the reaction portion, I used a Revlon mascara. I think it was the Grow Luscious mascara, I think is what it was called. And I really like that mascara. Like, still to this day, I really love that formula. And I wish that there was like a cruelty-free version of that mascara somewhere out there, because that mascara was just stunning. I loved that mascara. I don't even know if they still make that mascara anymore because I don't keep up with Revlon because they're not cruelty free. Enough babbling, let's get into this makeup video. So I'm going to start out by filling in my brows using the Anastasia Brow Wiz in Taupe. And I've mentioned this before, but I'll mention it again for those of you who might be new here to my channel. I don't do a lot to my brows. I mainly just focus product on the front of the brow and the tail of the brow. Even still, I go pretty lightly with the pencil because my brows don't need a lot of help. I mainly just do it to like fill in sparse areas and to clean up the shape in some areas, but that's about it. Which I didn't even do brows way back then. I didn't start experimenting with brows, I think, until I think like the following year. I think I filled in my brows maybe once in 2014. For eyes, I'm actually going to be priming my eyes with this concealer that I just picked up today, like this morning, from Ulta. And this is the NYX HD concealer, and it is in the shade Porcelain. Now, hopefully this is going to be a good shade match for me. Now, I got this to work as a eyeshadow primer and not like a concealer, because for one, I don't think I would even use concealer, because it's just like, maybe if I start wearing makeup on like a regular day-to-day basis, I would start using concealer. But for right now, like whenever I do like full beads and whatnot, I don't worry about it. I'm just gonna pop some on the lid here, because I don't know what kind of coverage this concealer has. Now, I was going to see about getting the Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer, but they didn't have any in stock. Okay, there's some decent coverage to it. It's not the most full coverage, which is okay. But I like how it looks on the lid though. It looks like skin. I think this is a good match for me. It might be just a tad bit too bright, but I think it's a good shade match though. After I primed my eyes in that video, I immediately went in with the red eyeshadow and just popped that all over the lid. I'm not doing that. So what I'm going to do instead, so I'm going to go into the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia, and I am going to start out by taking the shade Love Letter, and I'm just going to focus this in the outer portion of the eye and bring it inward, probably to about like the halfway point of the lid. I know it's not looking that great. I'm doing it on purpose. This is just gonna be This is just going to work as like a transition for Love Plus, which I'm going to put on like the rest of the inner portion of the lid. And then also to work as a transition for the black shade that I'm going to use as well. And speaking of Love Plus, I'm going to go ahead and use it. It's a shadow from Sugarpill, and it is this stunning red shade here. Just going to pop this all over the lid. I am going to take this a bit higher as well. I'm just placing down the color where I want it at for right now. And then I'm going to take it upwards. I'm not taking any extra product on the brush. Just taking what's already on there. I'm just going to start blending. So now I'm just going to go ahead and fill in my waterlines using the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in Perversion. Now I'm going to go in with a combination of Love Plus and Love Letter on the bottom lid. I'm going to do Love Letter on the outer portion and Love Plus on the inner portion. Now I'm pretty sure the original look that Simone did not have this going on the bottom lid. We're doing a recreation, a reattempt, an inspired look. We're not trying to go for 100%. We're going for something like better. Now I'm gonna go in with the Sugarpill shadow in Bulletproof, and I'm gonna start out by going underneath the eye. Don't worry, I am gonna clean this up. This isn't gonna be like a straight cat eye. This is gonna be more so like a smoky cat eye. And I'm just gonna continue to build up that black. Love Letter worked as that transition shade, so now like the shift between the black and the red is a lot smoother. But I want it to be even smoother than this. So I'm gonna dip back into some more Love Letter. Just gonna focus this along the edge here. And to finish off the eyeshadow portion of this look, I'm gonna dip into the Juvia's Place Deuce palette, and I'm gonna pick up the shade Puffs. And I'm gonna pop this in the inner corner. Oh, I went a little too far in right there. I can fix that up though. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop mascara on this eye. This is the Urban Decay Perversion mascara. I'm just gonna do this over on this eye as best as I can. This is my bad eye, so just gotta hold out for a prayer and hope that things go well. Okay, so the eyes are done, and I must say this eye actually turned out really nicely. It looks a bit more smoky, though, on this eye than this one does, but that's just because of how my eyes are shaped and everything, so you just have to deal with it. So for foundation, I'm actually going to be trying out a foundation that's new to me. This guy is still kind of sort of new, though, and this is the NYX Born to Glow foundation. Now, I'm hoping that this is going to be a good match for me because I think this was the lightest or second to lightest shade that they had at my Ulta. So, yeah, because I think, like, they have a limited selection in store. I mean, it's still a broad selection, but it's even broader online. So, hopefully this will be a good match for me. I swatched it in store, and when I swatched it in the store, it looked like it was going to be a little too, I don't want to say too dark for me, but a little too yellow. But then when I got into the car and saw it like in natural lighting, it actually looked like a pretty damn good match. Also felt really good on the skin. So I'm really curious to try this guy out. Also, I'm kind of hoping that this guy is very similar to the Do You foundation from Too Faced. Because if it is, then I'll continue using this guy and stop using that one. There's nothing wrong with the Do You foundation. It's just that this one's $10 and the Do You foundation is $36. The color reminds me a bit of the, whatchamacallit? The Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation. Which could be good, but it could also be bad because that can mean that it's too late for me. Oh my god, I have Toy Box songs stuck in my head right now. More specifically, I have Best Friend and Superstar stuck in my head. It actually has a lot of coverage to it. Wow, looking in the viewfinder, wow. Looks like I got a lot of foundation on. You do not need a lot of this foundation. This foundation spreads really nicely. Yeah, it doesn't look great on the nose. I'll continue trying out this shade And if I think that it might be a shade issue, then I can just easily like return this one and get a darker shade. Pop on some setting spray. Maybe that'll help things out a little bit. This is the NYX Dewy setting spray. Yeah, it looks a little bit nicer with setting spray on now. I think I'm liking it more now that I have setting spray on it because it has a bit more life to it. It has more of that dewy finish to it. Then too, my skin probably might still be a little bit dry. My skin's been quite dry lately because the weather here in Georgia has been all over the place. Time for highlighter. So I'm going to go in with the Cover FX because my hands are drops in the shades Less Seal. I'm just going to take a small amount. That might be too much. That might be too much. Don't need to use a lot of product at all. Like this stuff is like liquid metal. It's really intense. A little bit goes a long, long way. Going in with puffs, again, I'm just gonna take this on my face. Highlight my usual spots on my face. I'm gonna go into the Blushing and Bali palette from BH Cosmetics as always. And I'm gonna go between Lychee and Coral. Now for the final round of setting spray. Going to take the Anastasia lipstick in the shade Ruby. This is the final look. I really like it. It's really different from the original look. This one is a lot more smoky and everything. It's not much of a cat eye as the original look was. And I really like this one a lot better. I think that it looks way better. What do you guys think? I think that it looks a little bit more sultry. I do kind of wish I would have added a little bit more red, but at the same time, I think that this works for it. Feels if I would have had more red, I think that it would have been just a little too much and everything. Whereas this keeps it toned down enough to where I think like anybody could wear it if you're into this sort of thing. But it's still bold and dramatic and, dare I say, grungy enough to where it's definitely up my speed. Also, I don't wear red lips that often. Last time I wore a red lip, I think was well over a year ago. So this is my reattempt at my Simone Simons inspired look. And yeah, I really like it. I think it turned out so much better than the original look did. So yeah, if I can do like a side-by-side comparison for you guys, I'll do that so you guys can see like what it looked like before, like the original look I did, and then this current look. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until I see you guys in my next one, whatever the hell that may be. Goodbye.